Actually, I'm honored to be here today. I've been meeting all my past cricketing friends. I've been involved with the Josephine Pete ride for over 5 decades. And I was fortunate enough to captain the inaugural match, 50 over. We got this 50 over going because in the 90 years, there have been only about 22 results. The others have all been drawn. So in the year 2000, the rector of St. Peter's, Father Felician, wanted me to go to St. Joseph's with Ramesh Ratnayaka, who just called me a little while ago from South Africa, and negotiate and come get the rules changed slightly to make a result, to get a result done. But Ramesh didn't turn up. I went over to St. Joseph's and we changed the rules. We made that 60 overs a side rule, then 105 overs in the first day and 100 overs in the second day. We also got a match commissioner to monitor to coordinate with the umpires and make sure the overs were bowled in time. But still the results were very few, So in 1975 they decided to have a limited over encounter, and I was fortunate enough to captain. St. Joseph's was the school champions that year. However, we beat them at Dali Road. And that was, my entire team is here. They come all the way, most of them are overseas. About 8 are overseas, they're all here. So tomorrow we are having a grand celebration of the 2 teams that played in 75 with their wives. Unfortunately, St. Joseph's have lost about 6 players. They passed away. So with the reserves and all, they managed to make about 15 people from the squad. So we are looking forward tomorrow for a great reunion, and looking forward to the match as well. Yes, my advice to them is, although they are underdogs, they should play as a team, and if you play as a team, you can easily win. Nothing can stop you from winning if you play as a team.
Yes, so I captained 98. We had a good year that year, but the most fond memory was that that game, I think we made the most runs for the one-day game. Even though we lost that game, I think that was the first time St. Joseph's made 250. But so that was one of the things that I remember. Even though the result didn't go our way, we had so much fun, and it used to be played at Pisara on a good deck. So even the 250 wasn't enough. But it was our final year, but we had a lot of fun. Really excited to see the old faces, and like you said, it's been 24 long years really since I left school. I haven't seen a one-day game, so really looking forward to a bit of banter against St. Peter's. But I'm hearing that the game has changed a little bit. There are tents and there's entertainment in every tent, and I haven't seen any of that side, so I'm really looking forward to that part of it. So yeah.
Yeah, this inaugural 50 over match was played at Dali Road.
That's actually.
And we were the underdogs when we went into the field.
So that.
And
we're just talking about.
Though there were big names in the Josephian side, they were unable to put up a formidable total. However, when we were chasing that total, which was about 100 runs,
yes, then it works. What?
We also started losing wickets at regular intervals, and my skipper Bernard got run out at the bowler's end. But before that, he had sent a message for me to pad up. So I was sent in, and he was fuming because he had been run out at the non-striker's end. So I said, what am I to do? He said, go and hammer.
Yes, got it.
So that's not exactly what I wanted to hear, because I was an attacking player, and the first ball that I faced was 6. I hit it straight over the bowler's head, and within a matter of 45 minutes we had got the target without losing a wicket. And at the other end was Charinda Pereira, and I recollect that I was also blessed with the opportunity of being the highest scorer. I scored 29 not out, and we won the trophy. So it was really a joyful event. And now that it's 50 years since the first match has been played, and we are around to enjoy the 50th match. I think that's something to look forward to. Yeah, I used to play cricket and rugby, but the coaches were of such an understanding that one coach used to release me, and if I was needed by the other coach, that coach also had the possibility of releasing me. So I was able to play or participate in both games simultaneously, as long as I was in college. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. So as a player, my memories hasn't been great. First year, after having scored a 50 in the big match, I was out without facing a ball opening because I thought I called my partner for two. He didn't come, got stranded in the middle, so out for a duck. We lost that year. And next year again, we had a very young side. I was vice captain, had scored a 60 in the big match, scored a 40, but that wasn't enough. We didn't put up a good score. Third year again was not so great, out for about two, but that was a great win for us. We had lost 5 years in a row, and 96 we bundled out the Pete rights for about 82, managed to score that in 18 overs. We were home for lunch. In fact, I had to go with my prefect friends for the 6:30 movie before we headed out for our party thereafter. So yes, amazing memories, but Joe Pete 50 over is a different kettle of fish. Lots of pressure going into that match, expectations. So when I was captaining, we had to win that year, and I remember the amount of pressure. Everybody would tell me not to come to school on Monday unless we won, and thankfully we finished it off fairly fast. So it's a great initiative. The 50th, wasn't expecting this. Good to see some of the old crowd back here, meeting some guys after 25 years since they played for school. So great initiative, and glad that we are probably the oldest school's 50 over game happening, and we've come a long way, and a great tradition. So, and good to see the crowd and great organizing by everybody. School on Monday unless we won, and thankfully we finished it off fairly fast. So it's a great initiative. The 50th, wasn't expecting this. Good to see some of the old crowd back here, meeting some guys after 25 years since they played for school. So great initiative, and glad that we are probably the oldest school's 50 over game happening, and we've come a long way, and a great tradition. So, and good to see the crowd and great organizing by everybody.
Well, it was long years ago when I played. It was 1979 and 1980. I was more or less like a two-day player, or I would say test player, not a one-day player at that time. But no choice. We had a two-day Joe Pete. Soon after that, we had to play the Joe Pete one day. But I never scored runs in one days. But in the big match, yes, I did. But one days I didn't. Well, I see something very different between these two schools. I don't want to compare with any other school, but St. Joseph's and St. Peter's, they are all brothers. They play a very good game, and very reasonable game, I would say. And no problems, no issues during the matches. So my time it was like that, but I hope it's the same. It's the same way now. Well, I came for the big match after a few years, last week. And I saw a big difference between the players then and now. I always say to any young kid, if you are playing, you play the game well. And it has a lot of scope and a lot of future in that game. So I always advise to work hard and practice hard, put a lot of time into it. That's the main thing, that you have to improve the game.
Yeah, hi. I'm Rohita Tilakaratna, captain St. Joseph's 1986. I played from 1984. My first captain was Jiva Kandappa, and we became the best team. And when about 6-7 players of the 1996 World Cup winning Sri Lankan team, I mean, they were playing against us, like Roshan Mahanama, Asanka Gurusingha, Aravind De Silva, Hashan Tilakaratna, Romesh Kalutarna, probably Pramod Wickramasinghe. So, I mean, but as a team, I mean, we had our individual talents, but we really played like a team. So hats off to our skipper Jivaka, and that was my baptism, and I happened to take it after Jonathan as I captain St. Joseph in '86. So I mean, it's a lot of memories. I mean, I can't just tell you one or two, and you know, a lot of memories playing with Brian Rajadore, Rukshan Souza, Jonathan Nalas, and then we had Rohan Virakodi, who backed 5 awards as a schoolboy cricketer. So I think that was the highest. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chula Dialog. I also played college from, like, basically I remember playing under 11, under 13, under 15, under 17 and first 11. So my memories go back long years. Like, so I played with even with guys like Aravinda from the beginning. So I've seen Aravinda, Roshan Mahanama. We played against each other from young days. So I could see that they were quite outstanding. You know, I remember one Coca-Cola finals. Roshan Mahanama took, I was a hard-hitting batsman. So Roshan Mahanama, 6 inches off the ground, took a catch of me. So I still remember that. So he was an extremely good fielder. So they had their special talents. Of course, we also had talents, right? So our team was a special team, really, because we had guys like Jiva Kandappa was an outstanding captain. So we had, and we won that year. Although all these guys played for their respective schools, we were the best schoolboy team of the year in 1984. So that was our 50th Joe Pete as well. So we had. So there are a lot of good memories going back down the memory lane. So fantastic memory. So Rohit and I, so more also from cricket, we had so much friendship build up. So like the captain of past year played with us, Senarath Senviratna is with me. Now my dear friend Rohit Tilakaratna. Our friendship starts at, say, from from under 13, under 11, like, so when we were like maybe 6-7 years old or 10 years old, we start our friendship. So we still continue that friendship. So cricket brings people together like that. So our friendships, they last long. So we are there for each other. We do business together. So it's not only a sport, right? It's also a way of life, and also brings a lot of people. Like music, it brings a lot of people together. Now you can see today's function, the same thing. Joe Pete's together. So like that, so it's a fantastic thing to be in sports. So I encourage any youngster to be there.
Actually, cricket build characters, and the character become a cricketer. So a cricketer is a great ambassador. I mean, in Sri Lanka, I mean, we mark the world map from cricket. So I think anybody taking that mantle should have that responsibility and act responsibility in a responsible manner. And basically, as youngsters, I mean, ultimately the game should win. It's not the spirit and these are the things, and it's not the end result. So you play the game hard, and inside you really play hard, and outside you're real friends. So that linkage is very important, as Chula said. I mean, not only in cricket, not only after 19 years, I mean, you just continue the networking. So this is a great game for networking. So my advice is play the game hard. It's another match, but the practice makes perfect. So you have to work very hard, and maybe if you don't perform in the big match, forget about it. It's another match, right? But as a cricketer, as a character, you should keep that balance. It's very important. This is a nice game to keep the balance. So all the best, Pete Wrights, all the best in Joseph's, and we are hoping that the weather will hold on for a very exciting 50th encounter of the 50 overs between Joe Pete. Thank you.